What's up everybody, Travis Bogart here at Above the Rest Training Systems, owner and head coach, bringing you another exercise library video. This time we're going to be talking about the SSB Zercher Squat. This is an exercise you guys might have already seen on Instagram. There's a lot of pros messing around with it. The first time I saw it was actually on Erin Murray's Instagram. She's a pro out of Washington. It does a great job of training the hinge for loading implements, and that's why we started adopting it here at Above the Rest Training Systems. Before we move on into demoing the exercise, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you're not missing anything coming out of Above the Rest Training Systems. So today we're going to be using our SS yoke bar from Elite FTS. Guys, this should work with just about any SSB that you guys have. You're going to want to set the pins up right here at about the mid-thigh. You can go a little higher, a little lower. Adjust it to where it feels like you're getting a good range of motion, but you can still load and be explosive. So to get into this thing, guys, we're going to hinge over at the hips, right? Standing behind my SSB. I'm going to roll underneath it, and I'm going to cinch into the SSB with my lat. I don't want to try to curl it. I don't want to try to like shoulder raise it. I want to hug it to me with my lat as best I can. So I'm going to get up under here, and we're gonna row it into myself with my lat, right? Once I've settled in, I've got myself in here, I'm rowed in, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna nestle this SSB in, right there into the upper abs, lower pecs, right into the torso where I would want to be loading my implements. Once I'm here, I wanna make sure that I build strong feet, big toes in the ground. I've got torsion happening at the hips. My knees are getting driven out. I'm sitting into it. I'm gonna drive my hips forward as I pull tight with the lats and explode right up with the SSB. From there, a nice controlled descent, hit it again. Nice controlled descent, hit it again. Boom. SSB Zercher Squat. So we use the SSB Zercher Squat to kind of help train on implement loading in more of a general way. But the thing about it is, like, when we're loading implements, we almost never want to stop at the top and redirect and go back down, right? We're always loading something to a bar, to a platform, sometimes even up over our shoulder, right? So we don't want the exercises that we do to train implement loading to have something where we have to slow it down at the top, right? If the SSB was just straight weight, then as I lift it up, eventually I have to slow down or else the bar would fly up into my face, right? So what we are actually going to do, one of the most common variations, is we're actually going to add some accommodative resistance and attach some bands to the bar. What this will allow us to do is explode all the way from the bottom of the exercise to the top without having to slow down at the top, right? So that will make it a lot more specific to implement loading training for strongman. Depending on what you guys are doing, depending on this training phase, and depending on the weight on the bar, you could have anywhere between 20 and 50% band tension, 20 to 50% of your 1 rep max measured at the top of the lift in band tension on the bar, to really emphasize the fact that you need to be driving all the way through to the end of the lift. So common mistakes, guys. This particular exercise, if you see it prescribed in your program, is a Zercher squat. We're not making it a good morning. What we don't want to do is get in here, hinge, lock it up, and then from right there, come straight up from the hips, right? Let yourself sit into the lift, come up through with the hips, right? We're trying to simulate implement loading, and implement loading cannot happen without some knees. So make sure that we sit into it and get a good squat going. This exercise is extremely versatile, guys. We've used it so far as a max effort lift and conjugate style programming. We've used it as a dynamic effort lift and conjugate style programming. It can be used in a general capacity to kind of get some implement loading type motor pattern work in a more high volume general phase. And then even right up to the event, like, you know, as you guys are training and you're beating the crap out of yourselves with implements, this can be sort of a deload movement to keep that motor pattern in the training week, but let you kind of let some fatigue off. So exercise is super versatile, all sorts of ways to use it in your programs. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss anything coming out of ATR. We are building out our exercise library with tips, tricks, common mistakes, everything you need to know to build a winning program for yourself and your sport. I'll catch you in the next video.